A Shalom, giving all praises, acknowledgement, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah, Ha Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that have taught us this truth, and they continue to teach us. Shalom to our brothers doing this mighty and powerful works in hopes of salvation. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, which means He is, He exists. And Yahweh Shai is the name of the beloved Son, who the world will ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Yahweh Shai meaning He deliverer. Bahashem just means in the name. So Esau, the so-called white man, has no type of consciousness of being guilty or accounted for it as his actions. They have no accountability. They could be caught red-handed in the action, and they don't see themselves at fault. Check out Pam Bondi pretty much defend Trump.
Us, the Epstein files. More than 500 attorneys and reviewers spent thousands of hours painstakingly reviewing millions of pages to comply with Congress's law. We've released more than 3 million pages, including 180,000 images, all to the public, while doing our very best in the time frame allotted by the legislation to protect victims. And if you brought us a victim's name that was inadvertently released, we immediately redacted it. All members of Congress, as you know, are invited to visit DOJ to see for yourselves. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the Epstein survivors who are here today. I'm a career prosecutor, and despite what the ranking member said, I have spent my entire career fighting for victims, and I will continue to do so. I am deeply sorry for what any victim has been through, especially as a result of that monster. If you have any information to share with law enforcement about anyone who has hurt you or abused you, the FBI is waiting to hear from you. To address
He's Jewish. I just want to be clear.
Do you want to go there, Attorney General?
Before you started.
You don't tell me.
Yeah, I did tell you because we saw what you did in the Senate.
You're a lawyer, not even a lawyer. You showed it. I find it.
How many have you indicted?
Excuse me. I'm going to answer the question.
Answer my question.
No, I'm going to answer the question the way I want to answer the question.
No,
Your
you're going to answer
theatrics
the
are
question
ridiculous.
the way I asked.
By the way, I'm going to unredact them here. You're asking about Merrick Garland?
You don't get a reclaim
because
time
this
when
is
you don't.
bigger than Watergate.
When I don't answer a question the way you
goes
want. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked that those files
I'm reclaim my time.
be released.
I got your answer.
Instead of talking about Ghislaine Maxwell, who hopefully will die in prison,
Will you turn to them now and apologize for what your Department of Justice...
This is not a game, Secretary.
I'm Attorney General.
My apologies, I couldn't tell.
And you attack the president, and I am not going to have it. I'm not going to put up with it. They are talking about Epstein today. This has been around since the Obama administration. This administration released over 3 million pages of documents. The Dow right now is over $50,000.
So a lot of gaslighting, a lot of deflecting, a lot of discrediting. She said he didn't commit any crime. Job chapter 13 and 4. But ye are forgers of lies. So Esau, the so-called white man, and the women, they're just natural born liars. They just make up shit. They're good at lying. Ye are all physicians of no value. So just pure fucking lies. Lies upon lies upon lies. Alright? That's all she's doing there. And Donald Trump himself, he came out condemning Epstein and lying that he was no associate with Epstein. He didn't go to no, he wasn't participating with him. But when they asked her, was Donald Trump ever at those parties? She took a long gasp and said a whole different thing. Psalms 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. Now let's see what the word estranged means. So it says, let's see what it means in the Bible. It says, refers to deep spiritual or relational alienation caused by sin. Result in a loss of affection, fellowship, and intimacy between humanity and God. Now let's see what the blue letter says. Because there was a word there I liked. Estranged from the womb. It says an enemy. Alienated. It says profane. Oh, that's the word I was looking for. It says set aside. To turn aside. They go astray as soon as they be born. Speaking lies. So soon as the so-called white man, woman, children, these Edomites are born, they're just liars. Alright? From a baby to adulthood, to even when they grow old, they're just liars. Alright? They're born wicked. Alright? Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. So all they do is spew out lies. Alright? Estranged from the womb. Alright, let's go into those scriptures where I mentioned Esau has no consciousness of being guilty, or having a conscience of feeling something like sorrowful or have an account for like, oh damn, I fucked up. They don't. See, had a few scriptures lined up. Zechariah chapter 11 and 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Now, this is talking about killing the Negro, Hispanic, and Native American man. They don't feel guilty when they do it. All right? When they kill us in the streets, when they kill us in the jail cells, when they killed us in slavery, when they did the genocides of the Native Americans and Seminole Indians, they did not feel guilty. All right? They wrote about it. They taught it in schools. They bragged about it. They created days like Thanksgiving. All right? This is the type of person we're dealing with. He doesn't feel like he's ever wrong. But the Most High created him to be wicked. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. Yeah, you become rich off selling our people. And their own shepherds pity them not. It's dealing with the leaders of Israel. All right, so yeah, that's the spirit of Esau, man. They don't feel guilty. And specifically, that's talking about killing our people. When it comes to gunning down a so-called black man, or killing a so-called Hispanic man or a Native American man. They don't feel nothing. Instead, you're paraded as a hero. All right, look at Zimmerman. If I'm saying that dude's name right. And they can't change who they are, man. The Most High made them to be this way. They can't change. All right? Isaiah 26 and 10. Let favor be showed to the wicked. Yet will he not learn righteousness. They will never learn how to be a just person. All right? How could these people be saved if they can't learn how to do right? All right? In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. So even them rats in the land, they the wickedest. All right? Over there, they have a thing called kosher. Kosher pork. How the fuck could pork be kosher? All right? So they can't do right. The so-called white man cannot do anything correct when it comes to fairness, when it comes to having good character, when it comes to honesty, integrity. They can't do it. because they weren't created to be that way. No matter how much favor they get, they cannot do good. All this time on earth, and when has Esau, the so-called white man, done good? His whole history, his rap sheet is of murdering people, destroying economies, destroying the earth. It's just all bad. All right? Even in the Dark Ages, we had to teach these devils how to be civil, how to be civilized, and still they couldn't get it right. They still couldn't do right. All right? Let's see, I have one more precept. Yeah, this one. But not exactly this one. Let me see. None. Try to hide their counsel. Isaiah 29:15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord. So destruction to you Edomites, so-called white people, man. Especially you elites. Because you try to hide your plan. And their works are in the dark. Yep, their works are in the dark. And now they're being manifested in light. And look at the works of the so-called white man that's in the dark. The Epstein files. And they say, who seeth us and who knoweth? So that's their spirit, man. Oh, no one's seeing us doing all this wickedness, planning all this wickedness. Who's gonna know? You know? That's why they feel like they could get away with everything. If the public don't know, if the public don't see it, they doing it. But guess what? The eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. That means the angels see everything. Everything that you try to hide in the dark. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, and verses 6. Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness had not shined unto us. And the Son of Righteousness rose not upon us. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness. That's Esau, the so-called white man, constantly doing wicked things, wicked plans, wicked parties, wicked sacrifices. It says we wearied. That means they're going hard. All right? And destruction. And they're going to say these things when the elect are delivered. Yea, we have gone through deserts where there laid no way. But as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it. Yeah, though they tell you, oh, God bless America. In God we trust. What God is that? Because they admit here that they have not known the ways of the Lord. Their God is drugs, oil, and their God is I forgot the G. I forgot what the G was. Gold, oil, and drugs. It says, what had pride profited us? Or what had riches with our vaunting brought us? All those things are passed away like a shadow, and as a post that hasted by. Now jumping down. It says, where is it? Yeah, verse 13, it says, even so we in like manner, as soon as we were born, began to draw to our end, and had no sign of virtue to show, but were consumed in our own wickedness. So Esau, the so-called white man, is consumed in his own wickedness. All right. Ecclesiastes 1:15, that which is crooked cannot be made straight. So the so-called white man is made crooked. His spirit is just crooked. It's just off. It's just wicked. And the Most High made him that way. You know, they made him just this way that they don't have no conscience to feel sorry for evil that they done. You know, they have no guilt like our people would feel, you know, if they done something wrong. And they don't account for their actions. But guess what? The Most High is accounting all your actions, Esau. And you Israelites, you cannot make this devil straight, man. You can't make him a believer. You can't make him a God-fearing man. You can't make him righteous, because he wasn't created for that lifestyle. Really, all these Edomites were created to be Epstein. Yep, all these Edomites. Just that same way, just murderous, folly, vileness, deviant behaviors. But yeah, man, Lord willing, set it finding to the point. Hey, Shalom.